Welcome to the Dayz of Blaze podcast, episode 5. This podcast, I'm doing it in the car, I'm driving. But I really couldn't wait to get to the studio and do it, so I just had to come to you guys right now because this is heavy, on my heart and on my mind. And this one I would like to call friendships. I think that's what I'm going to call it, friendships. So, in my life, I've been blessed with a lot of friendships. I'm someone that has been blessed into a situation to when I get married, one of my biggest challenges is finding out who are going to be those best men. Not best man. I'm fortunate to be able to say with the type of friendships that I have, I can't choose just one. A lot of people aren't that fortunate, and I don't take it for granted. I'm blessed. But here is the curse in this. The fact that a lot of people aren't fortunate to have that many good friendships means that most likely the friends that I have, the people that I see as best friends, most likely, and 9 times out of 10, I am their only best friend. Which means the things that you expect out of your best friend, I can't deliver to every single one of them like a quote unquote normal best friend would do. If that makes sense. You would expect that anytime you call to vent, you need that go-to person to hang out and chill, it will be your best friend. But imagine if your best friend isn't always available because he is choosing to listen to someone else vent, or he is hanging out with someone else and being their go-to. You see what I'm saying? It's like these are the things that I deal with on a constant. I deal with this on a constant basis because people want my time. They want to get those consistent and constant everyday phone calls and long conversations. But I'm one person. I can't be that for my best friends on a consistent every single day basis because I'm one person. I'm one person I'm a fiance. That itself is a responsibility. A father. That is another responsibility. I have my own set of issues with lupus and myositis. I own multiple businesses. To operate and work those businesses are a lot of time. So just those things alone is enough for one person to be overwhelmed. So not only do I have to navigate that, then I have to be a best friend. So let's say I just had to do a studio session, which took me 4 hours where I had to focus, be away from the phone, focus on that studio session for those 4 hours. Right after that, a 2-hour podcast. I do that. Now it's lunchtime. You know what happens on lunchtime? Before lunchtime even comes, I already got at least 7 calls already for people who want to speak to me. I have to call them back. But right when lunchtime, guess who goes on the lunch break? The fiance. And for my fiance, Priority number one. You're who I'm talking to you on your lunch break. If she wants to spend her lunch break talking to me, guess what? She trumps everybody. She gets that spot. So now I spend the lunch break talking to her. Now after the lunch break, I have the next set of things to do. I have to be in an editing session or another podcast or something that's going to take a few hours of my time. So I do that. After that's done, now I'm at a point where I had at least 15 missed calls from a bunch of different people. I have to choose which one I'm going to call back, because I got to call somebody back. I can't call everybody back at the same time. So I choose one. That person is appreciative and happy that I picked up the phone, that we're speaking. But guess what? The other best friend now feels like, dang, like I hit you up, you ain't called me back. Guess you ain't got no time for nobody. And then the next person, they, even though they'll not show the aggression and the full weight of their frustration, but they'll throw a little jab in. It's like, oh yeah, just hitting you up. If you ever get time, I'm still here. But anyways, hope's all well, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or there's that one that won't say nothing immediately and then wait for it to be some type of friction and then choose to bring it up. And every time, and you're just going to ignore my call like you always do. And when I tell them I'm not ignoring your call and I explain myself, is being perceived as excuses. And what sucks about that is this also eliminates my time to decompress. So let's say if I just do all this work and handle all these things to solve all these issues and I get a break, I may want a break to pray, put on worship music, watch Sports Center or catch some highlights, put on a episode of a TV series to chill and get away from it all. But nope, can't even do that because somebody needs me to talk to them and to be there for them. And if I tell them, I chose to sit and watch TV over talking to them, even though I needed that time to decompress, nope, I don't get that luxury. So a lot of people that are wishing to be, I wish to be popular, I wish to have this many friends, and be careful what you wish for. It takes a special type of person, a strong type of person to be able to handle it. I'm proud of the fact that I have been able to handle it and do it so well. But I will be lying to you if I said that it wasn't a challenge. It is a constant challenge. I promise you, it is not easy. I hate when someone that I consider a good friend feels like I'm letting them down, because that is not my intention ever. That is not my intention ever. And shout out to the ones who have the understanding. Shout out to the ones that understand that I'm busy, that understand that I have multiple, good friends, best friends. Shout out to them, to the ones that if I don't get back to them immediately, if I don't get them a text message, if I don't call them back, even if it's a few days, they know that it's not malicious, ever. It's never malicious. But I also understand that not everyone thinks the way that I think. Someone wise told me that you're not the main character in everyone else's story. You're just the main character in yours. That was the best advice I had gotten in a long time, because it helped me understand people a whole lot more. I can't be upset with them. I can't be mad at them for them seeing themselves as the main characters in their story, because it's their story. it's theirs. So I can't be upset with them if they don't choose me first. If they let me down in some way, or if I believe that they let me down in some way. If they don't think the way that I think, I can't be upset with them. That helped me so much. So it's tough to navigate. I have a friend that lives in a whole nother country and calls a lot, and it sucks, but the fact that we're in two different time zones. So a lot of times when he's out and about and able to communicate, I'm not available. It sucks to admit that 80% of the time he gets his call ignored or dismissed or declined because I'm not in a place to talk to him. By the time I'm ready, he in bed sleep because the time zone difference. But that friend never makes me feel guilty about it, never throws the little jab, is in 100% understanding of the situation, of all of it. And I appreciate him for that. Because I understand to that friend, I'm one of his best friends. I'm letting it be known many times that he doesn't have many of them that he can call on. And I'm on the top of that list. He lets me know that when it comes to his family, his siblings, that I've been there for him and I am in that prominent spot over them. So I understand how important it is for us to have our conversations and to speak and to catch up. I get what my presence means to him, not in a selfish and conceited way like it could sound, but I understand that. And every time I have to decline a call, I hate it. I'm talking about it's never I see him call and I'm like, I'll hit you later. I hate having to decline his call. That's how much my friendships mean to me. It's hard. I have another friend. Well, we're no longer somebody that was considered a best friend. I saw as a brother. Another one. His issue is that he has one of those complexes to where he should be the main event in everyone's story. He'll never admit that, obviously, and will have all type of arguments. But I'm an action person. I go off actions. This person has told me on countless occasions the level of friend I am, how I never let him down, how I consistently, I'm just there for him to the best of my ability, appreciate me, all of that. But when something goes awry, when something goes wrong, if something doesn't go according to his expectation, his first line of defense is to accuse me of being the worst friend. And what sucks about that is this is my thing. A lot of people that know me, my Achilles heel is when someone that I feel that is close to me misjudges my character. Oh, it drives me insane. I'm talking 0 to 100 real quick. I can't take it. I can't take when someone misjudges my character, when they accuse me of something, when they know I've only shown consistently the opposite. So if I'm someone who's always there for you, that always has your back, that allows you to vent to them all the time, that gives you a lot of different things in his time for free every time that he can, and then the one time something goes awry, your first assumption is the absolute worst. Like, I'm owed the benefit of the doubt of a situation. If there was a situation where I'm always consistently helping you out, doing whatever, and then there's one time, I got to get picked up from this place. Can you get me? Of course I can. let's say I don't show up. Your first thought shouldn't be, oh man, Blaze is a piece of trash. This man ain't gonna pick me up. That I would have never done that to him. That's selfish. No. Your first assumption should be, oh man, something must have happened to Blaze because normally he would be here. I need to figure out what's up. And then when you speak to me, you give me the courtesy of me being innocent until proven guilty. But no, that's not what this friend did. This individual immediately threw the jabs. Immediately accused me of being a horrible friend, not knowing any of the situation. That sucks because, again, in his story, I'm every single thing that he said I was. I'm a horrible friend, not a brother, and he stand on it. I can't change his mind about it. And then he chooses to throw in my face all the times where I have to decline his call or not call him back or choose someone else over him because I have multiple best friends. Now it's used against me. So these are the things that I have to deal with. These are the things that you would have to deal with when you have multiple best friends. Crazy, right? So now me and this individual are no longer friends. It's sad. I wish it wasn't the case. This individual threw the friendship away. And for what? Like, how can, for over a decade, I'm consistently on point, but one situation that still wasn't even a situation where I wronged him in any way, but because the misunderstanding of being wronged. And then when I try to defend myself, it's, oh, you're being selfish and you always got to be defensive. So now we're not friends. And in all honesty, life has been more peaceful. In a perfect world, I would love to still be friends with this individual. I love him like a brother. But I love him enough to let him go. I love him enough to let him go. One thing that this individual didn't understand was I can't be your number two 24/7. While you're single, I have a fiance. I have an entire household. I have 2 kids to deal with. 2. I have my own businesses to deal with. So I can't be at drop everything and by your side every second. And in all honesty, no one should tolerate a friend that way. That person is not a friend. If that person is delusional enough to feel like you have to be that for you and discredits or disregards your life and your responsibilities. That's not the way friendships work. If a friendship is transactional, then you have to cut that off. So I wish this individual the best of luck in his life. I wish that the situation with me plant some seeds and open his eyes so he can be better to other people in the future. Friendships are hard, man. It's hard. It's hard to find people that you can confide in a lot of times. It truly is. Because then, like, if this individual that I just spoke to, like, is proof to me why a relationship with Jesus is so important. Because if I didn't have the relationship with Jesus, this would break my trust with a lot of people. I'm like, this person, like, I would have never thought we would not be friends anymore. this individual, I would have bet my life that this would not be a reality, but it is. So if this person can do this to me, in my mind, anybody can do this to me. But that's why I can't go off of my own understanding. That is why a relationship with Jesus is so important, because Jesus teaches that we don't battle against flesh and blood, but spirits and principalities. So I'm not going to blame people or hold people to some type of standard when I know the capability. So that's why a relationship with Jesus is so important. And I thank God that I have that. I really do. I really, truly want, like, people who listen to this to know my heart. I really want you to know my heart. If I was able to clone myself and be there for everybody, I promise you I would. It's just not possible. It's not possible. I have friends, and what's crazy is I also have friends that believe that they should be, and they're entitled to be seen as the number one best friend out of the multiple best friends. They would believe in their heart of hearts. I'm like, yeah, I understand you got a lot of homies and a lot of friends, but you can't tell me that none of them are the way that I am, or none of them has been there. None of them understand you the way that I do. And that's beautiful for that someone feels that way. But in all honesty, everyone has their quality about them. I can't choose a number one. There's some that if I need to vent and there are things I need to get out, there's somebody that's 100% perfect for that. If there's one that, because I'm a believer in God and I need to have that type of conversation, I have one for that. You know, if it just is what it is. If there's one where I just know I need a good laugh and I want to talk sports about, and I have one for that. If there's one where I need to talk about the family issues, and one that I can trust that ain't gonna say nothing to nobody and abuse the trust and you know, and not cause drama with the words that I gave them, like there are some that I know that I can trust that way, but don't choose to put that on them, because that comes with a lot. It's just a lot. So yeah, man, it's tough. I'm telling you, people who feel like, oh, I need to have if you just got one best friend, cherish that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't change nothing in the world. This is the life I have. I'm proud. I'm honored to be seen the way that I'm seen to those people. And I really hope that if any of you listen to this, that you know my heart and know that I am honored to be your friend. I cherish the fact that you see me in this light. I cherish your time. I really do. I wouldn't trade you for anything. I love you all. That's fact. That is fact. I really do. If my businesses flourish the way that I want them to, and I'm blessed to be able to see crazy finances and stuff, understand that you're taken care of too, to the best of my ability. Like that, I love my tribe. I really do. I just need the individuals in my tribe to understand that I am only one person. I am not Superman. And I can't be there the way that you want me to be there. And I apologize for that. Like, truly, I apologize for that. it just is what it is. I would like to encourage that definitely get you a relationship with Jesus. Like, real talk. Like, when there's a void that's not filled, he should be the person to fill that void. My cup is never on E because he always got it running over. Always. Because he fills the void. I never have a time where I'm like, I just feel so lonely. And of course, it's going to be like, it's easy for you to say that because you have multiple friends. You said it yourself. I know a lot of people that got a lot of friends and they battle depression and they always feel alone, even though they're surrounded. So anytime that spirit of loneliness comes to attack me, it's always temporary. And I mean temporary, like in seconds. Every once in a while it can be a minute or two, because God will replenish. Jesus replenishes. And then it's filled. His presence is there. And I know I am not alone. That is the beauty of a relationship with him. So I would implore anyone to don't allow man to dictate the way that you feel, because man will always let you down. To every single one of my best friends, my friends, siblings, anyone, my fiance, I will let you down. Clearly, I'm not going to try to let you down on purpose. It'll never be intentional. But again, I'm human. There'll be an expectation that I don't meet, and you'll be let down. This is why a relationship with Jesus is so important, because if you had a relationship with Jesus, when that person let you down, you wouldn't be hurt. You wouldn't be in pain, because Jesus comforts you immediately and he fills in for that space. I'm telling you. So I cherish my friendships, man. I cherish them. I want y'all to know my heart. I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen. I thank you guys for taking the time to hear my heart and to understand it. So I always like to end the podcast with a prayer. So I always like to pray, Lord God, first and foremost, cleanse me, Jesus, for every thought I could have had, any wrongdoing I've done, things I didn't even realize it subconsciously. Just cleanse me so this prayer can come to you as clean as possible. I thank you so much for the opportunity to have a platform to speak to people, a platform to spread a message, to spread love. I thank you so much for it. I just want to spread encouragement to anyone listening that they can turn to you to fill that void. That I encourage that they show appreciation to everyone else's situation. I pray that we all, as people, understand that not everyone is the main character or we're not the main characters in everyone else's story. We have to remember that. I pray that everyone practices the fact that we do not battle against people, but spirits and principalities. We don't battle flesh and blood. I just pray that gets into people's hearts. I pray that you encourage everyone to just be better friends all around. I pray that you put it on our hearts to never immediately jump to the worst conclusion about someone. Let them be innocent. Treat them like they're innocent until proven guilty. And then when they're proven guilty, you handle it the way that you handle it, hopefully with love. I just pray that everyone that listens knows my heart. And I pray that you just increase me to be able to be available more and more. Bless everyone that listened, even if they're not going through any of this. Bless them anyways. And I thank you so much. In Jesus, your mighty name I pray, amen. Man, thank you guys so much. Y'all know what this is, man. This has been another episode of the Dayz of Blaze podcast. Listen to this everywhere, wherever you're listening to it at. I appreciate you for taking the time to listen. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell, because you know I do so many things. So, I thank you guys so much. It's your boy Blaze, Hunter, Night Wonder, and I'm out.